comedian D.L. Hughley, whose Showtime stand-up special called Reset. Awesome. I'll get like a 20-hour nap and watch it. And from TLC's What Not to Wear, fashionista Stacey London.
So, should we go toe to tail again?
Yes, let's do it. A shocking new article in the Sydney Morning Herald says that, and I do quote here, more and more men these days shun permanent relationships, and the notion of being lonely and alone doesn't seem to faze them, end quote. No, I have that as a no. That phases me completely, yes.
Oh, well, being single forever is a label that many women struggle to avoid. Some seem to jump from relationship to relationship, trying to avoid being alone. And so now we want to know, you're single and you're proud. You were like, yes!
I am. I'm super proud. I don't fear it, and I don't have to fantasize about it because I am single. And, look, I think stereotypes are changing. I think, a lot of times, for a long time, women who were alone were seen as like spinsters or nobody wanted them. And, I think now it's really much more of a conscious choice for women to, care about their careers, maybe want to get married later, have kids later. And I think that's totally acceptable. And the thing about being lonely, I think, I do think that's tricky. There's a difference between wanting to be in the right relationship and and avoiding the wrong ones. So,
Come on, DL.
So the man that women want is in a book or a movie. That's really
What?
This is the truth. A woman wants a guy who dotes on her and loves her and is there and self-respecting and loving. And that man would bore the hell out of her. That's the thing. And,
that's probably
the thing is, I've been married 26 years, and the thing I've noticed, this is you got to give up hope. You do. And don't clap. I'm gonna say something you don't like right now. Like marriage is so hard. God never got married. He said, "I make it for y'all, but none of them." Like God was a single parent. Like Jesus, don't you tell your mama where I live. And the reason women have a hard time being alone, I think, is they have morals and self-respect, and that gets in the way of your inner hooker. You have to. Whereas men don't have that problem. So
I'm like, wow.
It's true.
Girls just want to have fun too, though, DL. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. It's not like I'm not sitting home nights like feeling sorry for myself, and I don't feel it has anything to do with having an inner hooker or an inner nun.
Yeah, how is your inner hooker?
But I tell you, right.
I mean, my inner hooker's like, feeling pretty good. I'm not going to lie.
I love you so much right now. Look at she's in touch with her inner hooker.
But do you think it's essential
That's why I had 2 cookies to get my strength up.
Do you think it's essential to be married, though?
I think marriage is difficult, but I think that what I've and this is I hate to sound like a kiss ass, but I think that having children and having somebody to depend on you.
It's a really great thing.
It augments your life in ways you never thought you could. Just knowing, like when I would go through writer's block and I would see all of them depending on me, I would go, wow, these lucky sons of bitches. I want them to get up and go to work. I want them to get up and go to work. But I think that having, I have a woman I dig, and she's smart and she's fun. I could do without the smart part a lot because we argue and she always wins. But I think love is spectacular. It's a great thing.
Do you think the notion of marriage is antiquated? I just read an article from a very high-profile woman saying, it's not practical anymore. When marriage, people used to die a lot younger. Right. And I thought that was an interesting question.
I think in some ways it's a little bit antiquated, only in the sense that a woman's role in the home has changed so significantly. And that's not to say that there aren't great moms who want to stay home or great working mothers, but I think that now women have a choice in what they want to do. And because there's more choice, notions of marriage or anything that's just antiquated needs to evolve.
Well, I think we become a society that thinks new and cool is hip, and I don't think anything we do now is better than our parents did it. I really don't. I actually think almost everything we do is the reverse. And I I think honestly, I'm not for subjugating a woman, but it works better when everybody knows what the gig is. Everybody knows the role.
But what about people
a
who were married
partnership.
who were unhappy,
Well,
like our parents? Let's say some of our parents were unhappy.
Yeah, but
that's not the same thing as a good marriage.
But happiness is not a residence; it's a vacation spot. You go there once. Women think happiness is like all the time, and it's not.
I'll say this. I will say this. Ultimately, and I think everybody out there has one. We all know that one couple, for me, it was my grandparents.
Wow.
They went 69 years,
Right.
and to the day that ended, they were best friends.
Right.
I think it's friendship.
Right.
All right, let's go find some friendship. Also, we were asking you online, what do you think about this? 49% of single folks fear it, which again leaves us 51% fantasizing about
Fear
it.
being single. let's
Another
clarify, right?
standoff, the ultimate standoff here, Stacey and DL. You guys,
So great.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
Tell the rest.